Hello everyone, we are back with Librarians Learn and we are going to be learning gardening today. We have some special guests here, so let's hear from them about what we're going to be doing today.
Hi, Sue Botham, Trillium Garden Club. We're here today with some of our members to help librarians learn about gardening. We're going to do a presentation with two of our master gardeners, Wendy Kelleher and Trish Halverson, and a new member, Elisa Panduri. The girls have brought all of their equipment, their rakes, their saws, and they've brought mulch, and we're going to get out into that garden and get down and dirty.
That all sounds so amazing. Let's get started.
It is time to prepare your garden bed for the coming year. It is spring, still cool, so dress warm and wear a comfortable pair of garden gloves. Take a walk around your garden to get an idea what you need to clean up. Things that can be pulled and raked, and things that need to be cut away, and then finally some weeding. You should assemble some tools that you will need to clean up. Start by raking leaves, sticks, and debris that have accumulated over the winter. Try not to disturb the mulch. Rake onto a tarp or put in a bucket. Next, cut back some perennials and grasses, and then cut or pull some old annuals. The next step is weeding. Weeds are a nuisance in the garden, but if you get ahead of them and you pull weeds up early before the flowers form and seeds are produced, then it'll make things a lot easier. So start early, be proactive.
Why prune? Pruning promotes the health of a plant. It encourages flowering and fruiting. It improves the plant's growth habits and appearance. Tools. We use hand pruners. These are for pruning branches size of a pencil or smaller. Loppers are used for branches that are up to 1.5 inches in diameter, and they're also handy for extending your reach into the tree. Branches that are greater than 1.5 inches, we use a pruning saw. We keep our tools sharp, and we sterilize our tools before pruning your next tree, because this could introduce a pathogen from one plant to another in your yard, spreading disease. The general goals in pruning are to open the canopy of the plant so that air can circulate. This will reduce the chance of disease and extend the life of a tree. First, stand back to evaluate the plant. What are its features and habits? Then consider the 3 Ds. Remove dead, damaged, and diseased wood. So when we're pruning, we remove to the healthy, outward-facing shoot. We don't want our shoots to face into the tree, because then we'll have branches crossing within the tree. We remove branches that are crossing or rubbing one another, because these branches will wound the tree, and this could be a port of entry for diseases. Happy pruning.
Connecticut soils tend to be very acidic, which means they have a low pH. Although some plants prefer acid soil, such as rhododendron and other broad-leafed evergreens, many plants that we cultivate prefer a more neutral pH, which we can adjust by adding lime to the soil. The labs at either University of Connecticut or the Connecticut Agricultural Experiment Station will test for pH, texture, and nutrients. So we're going to do a representative soil sample. For each specific area, we're going to take 6 small samples, mix them together gently in a bucket, and put a small amount in a Ziploc bag and send for analysis. Check the websites of the labs for instructions and where to mail or deliver your sample. The lab will send you results in a few weeks, telling you which soil amendments to add, such as lime to raise the pH, compost to improve organic matter, manure and fertilizer for nutrients, etc. Cutting an edge between the lawn and a garden bed gives a nice definition to the bed and helps keep grass from growing into the bed. You can use a flat spade, a half-moon edger, or other tools. You will get a much better edge if the soil is fairly moist. You might want to mark your area first by laying out a rope or hose, or using marking paint where you plan to dig, and then stepping back to make sure this is where you want your border to be. Gentle curves are fine, but avoid sharp curves that will be difficult to mow. Mulch is ground wood or bark, or sometimes other materials such as pine needles or even gravel, that is applied to the top of the soil to keep moisture in, keep weeds from growing, and protect your trees from injury from the lawnmower and trimmer. Add fertilizer or soil amendments before applying mulch. Spread mulch up to but not touching the tree trunk. Never make a volcano around the trunk. After mulching, your yard will have a nicely finished look.
Look at this amazing tree. We did such a good job learning how to edge and mulch today. I know I'm going to take a lot of this home and use it in my own yard. I hope you can use some of it in yours too. And until next time, keep learning.